Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Jamie here today doing another video. Today we're going to be talking about Spiral 2 and the potential storyline ideas I think they could do. I think the film should pick up directly after Spiral. Obviously the events at the end of the film, we've got William escaping from Zeke and the police after the police had just stormed in and killed Zeke's dad, shot him up. William also mentions that he's got an escape plan for getting out of the building. So I think if it directly took place straight after the film, that'd be pretty cool. But my main idea for this entire sequel is similar to Saw 2. I think Zeke and William should be trapped inside a room, and William's like playing games on Zeke, just like how John did with Eric in Saw 2, because that dynamic was so cool. And I think if they went for something like that, that'd be pretty sick, to be honest. Like I said, I think the film should take place directly after Spiral, so I think the opening trap should be pretty much there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if William had some sort of more trap set up, because from what it looks like, he's just going down the elevator, and what happens when Zeke just tells the cops, oh, you know, he just got away, he just missed him. Like, he must have something else involved inside his plan to help him get out the building. I don't think it's as simple as just, you know, using the elevator and escaping. So I think an opening trap for the film would be pretty sweet. Obviously, I don't have any idea. It could go any ideas with the trap, really. Get so creative with it, really. But this is more just like general storyline ideas for the film. The trap could be anything. I mean, hopefully the traps are involved with the story and there's a purpose for him as well. But that brings us to the next point. I think Zeke's ex-wife could be in a trap or in trouble. Obviously, he mentions his ex-wife throughout the film, and he mentions that she was cheating on him with the, was it the counselor? Or the, oh no, it was the yoga? So anyway, Zeke talks a lot about women inside the film, and he's got a kid as well, and his ex-wife. So I think William could sort of play tricks on him a little bit and maybe have his wife involved. Obviously, she's innocent, so she's not going to be like playing a game of her own, but she could just be like sort of how Eric's son was in Saw 2, like a pawn inside the game, basically. I think that'd be pretty cool if they keep bringing people back from the past who have been mentioned before. Another point I'd like to see raised up is Detective O'Brien. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the people inside Spiral, one of the cops. He don't have much to do. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually had a trap, but it was cut from the film. But anyway, I feel like he's been helping out William. Because if you think about it, especially the prison station trap towards the end, like how did William set all that up by himself? How did he get the equipment inside the prison? Inside the police station, I should say. Like, it doesn't make sense how he could do all that and fake his own death at the same time. So I definitely think someone's been helping him out. Because the traps in Spiral are good, but they are elaborate as well. There's no way Williams set all that up by himself. So I think Detective O'Brien could be actually helping him out. If you go back and watch Spiral, he's always in the background. And, like, especially outside of the police station, like, he must have shut the door. Because William was already in there waiting for Angie, so yeah. I think he's definitely got an accomplice or someone helping him out somewhere. We've also got Detective Drury, I think I'm pronouncing that right, who Zeke calls a crooked piece of shit inside the film. I think it'd be cool if he was set up inside a trap inside the next sequel. Like I said before, I think there's definitely at least one trap that's been cut out of Spiral, so I won't be surprised if this character was inside that trap. But yeah, we didn't see him die inside Spiral, so he's up for the count in Spiral too. It could be any, like, I mean, if he's a crooked piece of shit, as Zeke calls him, you can get creative with whatever trap you want to put in him. But yeah, I'd think you bring him back for the sequel and definitely test him, because, like, in Spiral, he's set up to be, like I said, like, Zeke's calling him a crooked piece of shit, so it would only make sense for him to be tested as well, right? And this is going to be the final plot point of just Spiral itself. After this, I'm going to get involved with, like, bringing other Saw characters back from the past. But I think if they wanted to, and if they could get Samuel L. Jackson back as well, because let's be honest, he was expensive to be inside this film. They could do flashbacks with Zeke's dad. Obviously, they're going to need the mustache because that implies that it's the flashback. But the whole Article 8 situation, like, you could even link that in with past Saw characters if you wanted to. Like, that's the whole reasoning of the police being so brutal inside Spiral, because back then they were just allowed to do whatever they wanted. And obviously that set up the whole sequence of events for the film, with William's dad getting shot because he's a witness of a police officer doing wrong. But yeah, this whole Article 8 situation, man, they could tie that in any way they wanted. And if they wanted to bring Zeke's dad back inside a flashback, they could easily do that, just to set up more, like, because think of all the people he must have screwed over throughout the time he was, you know, head of the police station. Like, there's definitely got to be some people looking for revenge. So that's another way you could bring Samuel L. Jackson back. Obviously, it won't be a big part of the film. It'd just be a few flashbacks here and there, but it'd help flesh out new characters if you needed to, and give him a backstory and relation with Zeke. and the whole world that you've been building. From here on out, I'm going to be discussing how to bring Saw characters back from the past inside Spiral. Now, obviously this is going to turn a few people off, because the whole reason why they made Spiral and called it Spiral and not Saw 9 is to get more of an audience there, because people aren't going to go and watch the film if they have to see 8 other films to understand what's going on. So I understand that, but at the same time, I feel like, I mean, let's be honest, Spiral didn't perform that well inside the box office. I think it's made like 40 million right now. Its budget was 20 million, if I'm not mistaken. So it's made its budget back, yeah, but... And obviously the whole situation has not helped with cinemas not being open and everything like that. But I feel like most of the Saw fan base does want some characters to return. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it have to be Hoffman, like my last video discussed. You could bring back Logan from Jigsaw. You could bring back Dr. Gordon. You could even just mention him. Like, obviously in Spiral, they've gone out the way to like not mention any characters. Basically, like they mentioned John and a copycat killer, and then that's it really. And I think Spiral takes place just a few years after Jigsaw, or maybe at the same time, and Jigsaw was 10 years after John's death. But yeah, my first idea to link the two stories together, now this is a little bit out there, I know. We know William's around 27 and he sees his dad die at the age of 12. So around that time, what about if John met a young William? Like, obviously John wouldn't be Jigsaw at that point, but he could be already on his way. Maybe he's already found out he's got cancer and stuff like that. Maybe he's already lost his son as well, Gideon. So that makes him more, receptive to William after what he's been going through. I think this is already an idea that they discussed potentially doing, but they didn't end up doing it. But maybe like John gives William it's hard to think about, and you'd have to map out the timeline more, but he could inspire William in a way, because we know William is inspired by John, but we never know if he actually met him or not, which also with the age might not add up. We know William's 27, like I said. But this is just one idea to just link the stories together. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way. Another way to link the stories up, at the end of Jigsaw, we see Eleanor leave Jill's farm after Logan's going after Halloran, and her car comes up and she has a confused look on her face. This could be a returning character, right? Some people have said it could be Dr. Gordon. It could even be William at this point. If we're Jigsaw and Spiral are taking place at the same time, it could be William coming to pick up Eleanor, who knows? Because the look on her face, she seems like she sort of recognizes the person, but she's wondering why are they here? I mean, that's the way I read it anyway. Another way, if you remember all the way back at the end of Saw 3D when Hoffman gets kidnapped by Gordon, Gordon's also accomplice by 2 pig masks who we never find out who are underneath the mask. Now obviously on the audio commentary for Saw 3D, the producers state it's supposed to be Brad and I forgot the other guy's name, but the 2 people from the original trap of Saw 3D when it opens, the public trap, the love triangle, it was supposed to be them, but they never actually shot that and confirmed it. So you could make those characters anyone you want. Now obviously it's not going to be William because the timeline doesn't match up. William would be a young kid at that point, but it could be Logan. Could be. We know Logan's the first apprentice of John before Hoffman, Amanda, Gordon and everyone. So who knows, maybe Logan and Gordon have teamed up. That could be another way to... I mean, it depends where they want to go in the next film. There's always that rumoured script he had of a John Kramer-centric film that takes place between Saw 2 and 3, which I'm all down for, man. Because anything to bring Tobin Bell back is fine with me. But like I said, there's a reason why Spiral is not called Saw 9. They could potentially do Saw 9. Maybe I don't think they will. If they're going to do that, I think they're going to go back to Saw. It's going to be Saw 10, Saw X. Because Jigsaw is technically Saw 8, even though it's not called Saw 8, it's called Jigsaw. Spiral takes places at the same universe, so it is technically Saw 9, even though we only get a picture of John Kramer. Let me know what you think if you have any idea to link the 2 stories together. Obviously, people might not be in favour of this. Some people want the new series just to continue and not even mention the old series. While other people like me, I would like to see a few characters come back. They don't even necessarily have to come back to life or be a part of the story. Just give us some confirmation of what happened to him, like Hoffman. Obviously Gordon's not really involved, he's still got his family. Same with Logan. Logan's got his daughter as well. But I just think it would be amazing. Maybe even inside a TV series, you link the stories together. But yeah, this has been my ideas for Spiral 2 potential storyline ideas. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Let me know if you agree with what I've said or not. And make sure you click like on the video, it really helps out, and subscribe if you want to. I'm going to be doing a lot more horror videos like this. The next video is going to be ranking the Scream series from best to worst, so yeah, make sure you look out for that one. Until next time, peace out guys, thanks for watching, in a bit.